Catholic writer Flannery O'Connor talks about the artist lives his or her life in hotly in pursuit of the real. One of the other things that I think makes a Catholic person with a Catholic imagination is there really is this need to look into the darkness. I mentioned earlier this early um, familiarity that we develop with death as if we're, raised Catholic. Um, and it's something that if you're going to do what Flannery tells us we have to do and live hotly in pursuit of the real, that's hotly in pursuit of the darkness. And so a lot of Catholic writers, I keep using Flannery as an example, so I'll just mention her stories. There are some people who find her stories really, they're very, very troubling, because terrible things happen in them. Serial killers show up. Um, People have all sorts of painful disabilities. People get, there are murders. People get attacked. And O'Connor's way of thinking about darkness and violence was that it was everybody's in need of grace. We're all in need of grace. We're all in need of forgiveness. But most of us are not willing to recognize that it's being offered to us, and we don't think we need it because we think we're all right by ourselves, right? And so all of her characters, as she said, their heads are so hard that it's got to be something really shocking to get through to them. So she uses violence as a means to wake her characters up to the reality of their life, and their need for grace. And but some readers really have a hard time with her because she does take you to dark places in the stories. And she also has a wicked sense of humor. So interwoven in these almost tragic, seemingly tragic stories is this like very, very wry Southern humor. So yeah, I think that there is this quality in a lot of Catholic writers, of needing to look into the darkness. How do we make it bearable? How do we, and one way to make it bearable is to write a song with a sound that people are going to find compelling because they'll listen
Hmm.
to the song and then, oh, what's going on in this song? Or they'll be sucked into the story by the humor in the first few paragraphs and the quirkiness of these people, and then oh my gosh, like where is it that we've been taken to? And I don't think it's a sleight of hand. I think it's a sense of a worldview in which all of these things are of a piece. Yeah, I mean, the greatest artists do this. Shakespeare's, tragedies are full of humor, and his comedies are full of tragedy, because that's life. And Shakespeare, I think, also was a closet Catholic.
Yeah. Yeah.